this pattern, I am using the Bernat Baby Sport Weight Yarn, and this is in the color Baby Pink, and it does have a lot of yarn in it, so this should be plenty of yarn. This is a 3 lightweight yarn. I'm using a size G hook. It's the same one that they recommend for the yarn. Okay, so before we get started, I just wanted to let you know that I am taking a pattern out of this book. It's called Crochet Every Way Stitch Dictionary with Dora Ornstein, and it has 125 essential stitches to crochet in 3 ways. I mean, it's very, very informative. It's amazing. She's brilliant. She does so much of the homework for you on how to change the edging of the patterns and so on. So this is the pattern that I'm going to be using today. It's Old World Lace, and I thought that was just so beautiful. And so I am recommending that you buy this book if you want to learn how to crochet a million different ways. So her book, I got this on Amazon, and I'm going to put a link in the description box, and I will have you refer to that pattern. Otherwise, you're going to have to watch the video over and over, but it's such an easy pattern, you're not going to really even need to write it down. So let's go ahead and get started. Also, I just wanted to show you this first. This is my beginning rows, and look how beautiful this is looking. Isn't that pretty? And we are just going to make one big piece. I'm going to be making this into a wrap. Look how beautiful this is. So even though I have 104 stitches on this, I believe, I'll show you exactly how many you're going to need for this pattern. And I'm just going to do a small swatch so that we can get through this quickly, and then you can be on your way to making whatever you want. I'm just going to make a small swatch, so you might want to do the same if you don't want to start right away. This would give you some good practice before you dive into the project. This pattern is actually a multiple of 10 plus 4, and just for the swatch, I'm just going to make 30, so make sure that you do 10 plus 4, whatever size you want. And I did 100 stitches plus 4 on the wrap. So you're going to make yours with 104 stitches, but I am just going to make mine with 34 stitches. Okay, so I have 34. You're going to want 104. And what we're going to do is we're going to double crochet in the 4th chain from the hook. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4. Just like that. And then this is your little V-stitch at the beginning. So that is perfect. You're going to chain 1. You're going to yarn over. You're going to skip 4 stitches, 1, 2, 3, 4, and in the next one you're going to do a shell. So a shell consists of 3 double crochets. So that's 1, 2, 3, chain 2, and then 3 double crochets in the same stitch. So that is a shell stitch. Okay, there you go. And then after every stitch or every cluster, you're going to go do a chain 1. And then what you have to do, because this first row can be a little bit tricky when you're trying to figure out where to put your hook in. So if you see this, that stitch belongs to this right here. Okay, so this portion right here is the next stitch, and you don't want to confuse it with this stitch. So make sure that you know, like, where you see a V, that is where the stitch is. So this part right here, because it was pulled tight, that is actually the stitch, this whole thing. So where you see this little bar on the top, skip that one because that's the first one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, go into the 5th one. Whoops, we got to do a double crochet. And we're going to do a V-stitch. And this is different than the shell stitch because this is just 1 double crochet and 2 chains and 1 double crochet all in the same stitch. Then after every section, you're going to want to chain 1, yarn over. Again, you're going to skip 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then double crochet into this 5th chain. And this first row is always the toughest. You're going to make a shell into that same space. Again, that's a 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet, and you'll see that in the directions if you buy the book, which I highly recommend because you'll love it. Okay, and then you're going to put 3 double crochets back into that same space. And you kind of have to hold it sideways because it's easier to hold on to. I'll show you that in a second, laying down. And don't forget to chain 1. Okay, so as you can see, we're starting that beautiful scallop old world lace pattern. Now you're just going to continue that across until you get to the end. So here is the row we're doing right here, this first row. Look how pretty. So go ahead and finish that across and we will meet up at the end. And so when you get to the end of this row 1, you're going to yarn over. So you did a chain 1 after the shell stitch, and then you're going to skip 1, 2, 3, 4, and you're going to go into this 5th one, and you still have 1 stitch on the end, and you're going to do a double crochet here, double crochet into the last space. Okay, just like that. So as you can see, they match. Okay, for row 2, you're going to chain 3. That counts as your double crochet. So there's a double crochet here, and then you're going to do another one right on top of this double crochet. You're going to chain 1, and then you're just going to copy whatever is in this one. So you're going to do the same shell stitch inside of this chain 2 space. So you're going to yarn over, you're going to make 3 double crochets, 2, 3, chain 2, yarn over, and into the same space, you're going to do 3 more. Then you're going to chain 1, and then you're going to go into, so you're going to skip all of this, you're going to yarn over and do a V-stitch into the same V-stitch space right here. Chain 2, double crochet into the same space, chain 1, and then continue that. So as you can see, it's a very simple repetitive pattern. It's going to be a really quick project once you get the hang of it. And if you want, you should just do a swatch like I'm doing, just to get the rhythm of it all and just to see how that works before you go ahead and do the 104 chains. So let me just do one more V-stitch. Don't forget to chain 1 in between. And then you have 2 double crochets. Oops, I think I keep going out of the frame. I'm sorry. This is in an odd spot. Okay, just like that. Actually, let me take that one out. It's kind of loose. Here we go. That's better. Chain 1 and then do the shell. When you get to the end, again, you have a chain 1 right here. You're going to double crochet into the top of that double crochet, and then you're going to double crochet into the top of the chain 3. Okay, there you go. Look how pretty that is. So just continue that until you have a measurement that I'm posting on the screen. This is what my measurement is, so just make sure that you copy that if you want the same dimensions. Otherwise, you can make it into a blanket, you can make it into a scarf. This would make a really pretty scarf at this width right here. So anyway, I will see you when I get mine almost completed. Enjoy it, have fun crocheting. See you soon. Okay, so I am back, and as you can see, I have crocheted quite a few rows. So I have 85 rows. So this is a shell. So I have 85 shells just going down like this. So you can make it as long or as short as you want, and as wide or as narrow as you'd like. So you can make a scarf if you want, and that scarf could be, you know, 3 shells wide, and that would be really beautiful. And then you could put tassels right here on the end if you want. I think I would love to make one of those. So we'll see. But in the meantime, I am making this, and it's a wrap. So I'll show you here what it looks like. Isn't it beautiful? I just love it. I think it's so pretty and so cozy, and it's just so soft. This yarn is great. And if you do use, say, a size 4 worsted weight yarn, like a Red Heart Super Saver type yarn, you can do less rows. You can do maybe like 75 instead of 85 because it will be thicker. So you just kind of be the judge. Wrap it around your shoulders, or, you know, if you're using it as a blanket, just kind of figure out, you know, the length that you want. And once you get to that last row, like I am, you have an option. You can either leave it like this with the scallop edge, but the very first edge that we started with is straight. So let me show you that. So here is the row we started with. So as you can see, they all go in one direction. So it's kind of like, I don't want to say an arrow, but it's kind of pointing up in that direction, as you can see. So if you want to leave one edge straight and this edge as a scallop, you're totally welcome to do that. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the edge straight. So I want it to match the other end. I might put some fringe on this. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do yet, but you'll find out in the video at the end. So you just chain 3 in the end right there, yarn over, double crochet in this space. Okay, then you're gonna chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you're gonna single crochet in between the shells, chain 4, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. You're going to do a V-stitch into that V-stitch just like you did before, and it's a chain 2, double crochet, chain 2. It's a double crochet, chain 2, double crochet. Then you're going to chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Single crochet into the space between the shells. Chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, V-stitch into the V-stitch, just like that, and then you're just going to repeat that all the way across. So it's really easy, and let me just show you real quick on this next one right here, this single crochet. And that's what it's going to look like. Okay, so for this very last shell, you're just going to do the same thing that you did all the way across. You're going to chain 4, and then you're going to yarn over, double crochet in that space, double crochet in the chain 3 at the top, just like that, and then you will just fasten off. And that is it. Look at how pretty. How cool is that? So it is going to match the beginning row. So let me show you. Here it is. So that will be great because then you could put fringe off of the edges or whatever you want to do. But I think it's so pretty, and I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I am going to insert the finished product right here, and I hope that you guys have a blessed day. This is an easy project, and I just want to say thank you so much to all my subscribers for watching all of my videos and leaving me such amazing comments. I would appreciate it if you're new here that you would go ahead and subscribe and hit that like button, and don't forget to share my videos with other crocheters or knitters.